the fuck is this shit?
It's Queen, one of the greatest rock bands of all time.
What is this song now? Like,
I'm going slightly mad because I'm going fucking mad hanging out with you people.
You changed your shirt, which is good. Who's the show brought to us by?
Episode 176 of Convention Podcast is brought to you in part by Stitcher Smart Radio. Smartest way to listen to radio on or off the radio. You can listen or download or stream thousands of your favorite podcast shows. You can create custom playlists and do all kinds of fun stuff. Who else is it brought to us by, Chris?
Rest Tattoo.
I just hung out with Resp, actually, the other day. And we exercised our Second Amendment.
Why don't you plug him?
He's at Iron Will Tattoo, and he does a lot of tattoos. He's going to be doing a new tattoo on me soon.
You can also find him on resttattoo.com.
You can also find him on his new website that he's starting, Rest's Big Fat Fucking Load of Guns.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Big Fat Fucking Fingers.
It is. And
that's his other website.
That is, yeah.
Big Guns with Big Fingers.
BigGuns.com. Big fingers need big.
Also brought to us by Jameson.
Jameson Whiskey. It's going to get me through this episode today, I'll tell you that much. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about Jameson other than that?
Well, I really like the Black Barrel. It's the charred oaky flavor. It really brings out a little bit of a bolder flavor, if you will, in their whiskey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Leatherman Tools?
Well, I think you should do the Leatherman Tools. Can't you attest to how awesome it was?
It works just fine.
Just fine. That's it?
Tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, I mean, it's like the bathroom buddy, except if you're a man.
You're watching too many Gremlins.
It's you've got. It can slice, it can dice, it can make julienne fries. Look, I can even tweak some nipples here. Look at that. And cut wires and stuff and do all kinds of good manly stuff.
Also brought to us by
Netflix. Iron Fist starts the day the show airs. Tomorrow.
I'm excited.
I heard it's getting pretty bad reviews.
Well, we'll find out for ourselves.
We shall.
Extreme Cage Combat.
XCC
28 coming up June 23rd.
Guess you just sent me a friend request on the old Instagram.
Who sent you a friend request on the gram?
The crafty one herself.
Crafty Cramney?
Yeah, that's right.
I was in the gym the other day and I ran into Amanda from XCC. And I guess she didn't have a nickname. But
she got one now.
We referred to her as Crafty Cramney during the fight. And she was watching the video and she shared the video and apparently everybody is calling her Crafty Cramney now.
Whenever she finishes anybody buys his submission, she should call it the craft work.
She should come out to Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
It's crafty.
It's crafty.
Ooh, we're gonna have that. I'm gonna have that conversation when I see her.
Yeah.
Also brought to us by WWE Network.
WWE Network. WrestleMania is coming up in just like a little over 2 weeks away. I'm excited about that.
It's a special day for you.
I celebrate it. I celebrate the whole thing. Yeah.
I'm not even sure how to respond to this, but I'm excited for you.
I'm going to be ordering a bacon explosion for it.
Shit, I might come over for that.
Yeah, you goddamn right you will.
Kevin, do you watch WrestleMania?
No, I don't.
Okay.
All right, too good for WrestleMania.
Well, this might be your chance.
Too good for WrestleMania.
Anybody else the show's brought to us by?
Fleshlight.
Did we miss anybody? Fleshlight, yes.
I actually was doing some product testing this morning.
And what does that entail? Actually, Kevin sent me a text of a new machine.
And it's ridiculous.
And it's called, what's it called? The Stroker?
The Stroker.
5000 or some shit
You
like
put
that?
it on and it strokes your dick for you.
It's got pictures too. You take the fleshlight itself.
Game changer.
And you stick it into this machine.
You know, the machine, it looks like a Keurig.
This machine's probably about the size of this microphone.
It looks like a Keurig.
Stand. Yeah, it looks like a Keurig. So,
it looks like a Keurig.
Don't mistake, like Kevin's drinking his coffee out of it. And you literally sit it on your balls, and it jacks you off with whatever
180 beats per minute.
Yeah,
I swear to God,
it has an app you can control with your phone.
Because 180 is kind of a lot.
180 is a shitload.
I mean, that's like cocaine.
But if you think about it, like when you're really
club.
going after it, 180 might not be that much. I might be looking at 250, 300.
Right?
Really?
Yeah, I need get one of those like timers you put on your wrist, like the things that just click, 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 click. It's probably a lot.
Within a minute, Chris just ran a mile.
Yeah, in under like 3 seconds, I can pound out 10.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Left hand, not so good. Right hand, bam, killing it.
Wow.
Let's start the show.
Let's start it.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, Damen und Herren, from what was once an inarticulate mass of lifeless tissues, may I now present a cultured, sophisticated man about town.
It's time once again for another episode of Coming At Ya. Coming At Ya. A podcast about the world of mixed martial arts, boxing, pro wrestling, coming at ya, and heavy metal music, with a slice of comedy for good measure. Coming at ya.
Now watch this amazing fade work.
And then watch the intro. And we're back. Is this episode 176?
176 is what's on the board.
177.
It's 170.
Feels like 177 to me. But we're back in action. We have a guest in the studio today.
Dr. Mindbender.
Our good friend Kevin Cole.
And that's not Kevin Cole. That's Ted
Dr.
Kaczynski.
Mindbender.
That's the fucking Unabomber.
He's got the Unabomber. He grows a good beard.
It's a crazy man beard.
You could see him next week with no beard, and then the following week, same beard he's got now. That's how fast this dude grows hair.
The last time I shaved it off, after having a beard like this, I didn't recognize myself in the mirror. And it felt weird for like a week.
This
Really?
motherfucker should be in a museum
can't hear
holding
him
a
on the mic.
stick.
Can you hear him?
I can hear him just fine.
Maybe that's just me then.
Todd, can you hear him?
Can you hear me, Todd?
Yeah.
All right, maybe it's just me then.
It's probably just you.
Yeah. So we got Kevin Cole in the studio with us.
He should
And we're not
definitely-
even going to beat him up about pharmacy stuff this week. He's just in here to have fun.
We can't ask him how to make homemade roofies?
You can ask him how to make homemade roofies, but he's really here just to
How,
hang
how
out.
does one make homemade roofies?
You know, it's kind of a boring story, but I looked it up one time, back when I was in pharmacy school. Me and this dude I worked with at a hospital, we were like, hey, you know what? We should make homemade speed. Like, that would be hilarious. This is way
Hey,
back.
let's get an RV,
Right.
and let's get these suits, and we'll mess with Mexicans.
It's the late 90s. It's not like behind the counter yet or anything like that. So we're like, oh, you know, you just need a whole bunch of Sudafed, and we can do this. And so the dude, I asked, he went to Temple. He was sat next to like a chemistry major,
Right?
and this dude already worked in the field and stuff. And he was like,
When you say worked in the field, he
it
was
was legitimately. Not
okay. He wasn't a freelance guy.
Like, nah, he wasn't like already making meth and stuff.
Okay.
But he told this dude, oh, you need to have this one catalyst called Palladium Black.
What?
Yeah.
That just sounds cool. I can't hear myself at all now.
Neither can I.
But I can hear him.
There, now we're back.
Yeah, I was hearing myself fine.
You know, everything kind of got out of whack because of you.
Sorry, guys.
Let's get back to Palladium Black.
Yeah, Palladium Black sounds like a good name for a
Dude,
band.
is that a real thing?
Apparently, it's a real thing. So you need a Palladium Black, which is like impossible to get because it's totally controlled.
There it goes again.
But that's how you'd be able to make.
Yeah. Our volume, even on the broadcast, is going in and out.
I don't listen to the broadcast anymore.
He's listening to us here. There's something dying here.
Yeah, it's in and out. It comes in and out.
I'm getting in and out on everything.
Then I get feedback every once in a while.
Well, everything's coming through the board, so we're coming through on there. Send a comment to Pod Terry and let him know if you guys can hear us. Anybody that's watching.
I can hear again. So
There we
all right,
go.
don't touch anything else. There you go.
You
So,
said you wanted to hear the music.
You and a buddy in college are talking about Palladium Black. And what is Palladium Black made of?
I have no idea. It was just. It kind of
Like if you're doing some sort of mixture, can you order Palladium Black?
that's the thing. Apparently, it's like really, really tightly controlled, and we couldn't get it. And so that was it. Like our dreams of making bathtub meth were over right then.
Just done.
Yeah,
That sucks.
Quitter.
I know,
You
right?
could have made so much money.
Seriously, I could have done a lot of drugs.
That's pretty awesome, though.
Taking some
Like
classes.
and how and are you still friendly with this person?
No, I haven't talked to that dude in forever.
Is he in jail?
I don't know. Just fine, look him up.
He's probably in jail.
Probably.
So Kevin's in the
always told me.
studio with us. One of the things we've been talking about every week is the other Kevin, Halftime Humanity Kevin, and your weight loss.
That's right.
How's that going? You've actually inspired a few people.
I am now to be known as the inspirational.
He is inspirational, and here's why. You know, Big Chris Cluin,
Yeah.
right? The other
Cookie's
day,
dad?
yeah, Monday, big jumbo cookie. So he's in. We just get done training on Monday night. We're sitting there, and you know, Chris, he's like 6'5". He's a big dude, 6'5", like 300 pounds.
I went to school with him. He's
and
a
he
big
does
cat.
jujitsu all the time with us. So I mean, he's constantly getting up and down off the ground. Like, just it's a lot of effort.
Hurts
And-
his back.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, it probably hurts him a lot. But we were sitting there, and he's like, "I just started DDP yoga."
Get
I'm
out.
like, "Get out!" He's like, "Yeah, I was listening to your show and kind of got inspired." And I'm like, "That fucking bullet. He's gonna use this, and he's gonna milk it for everything he fucking can."
Seriously.
But
Dude.
that's pretty cool.
Last week I had a big jumbo cookie in a north-south choke, and he just lifted me off of him, and that was it.
He just
Dude.
tossed you right off.
He was like, "Broop," and I was like,
He's a strong dude.
yeah, no, he's
But he's
they're in the mission.
he's working on it because he's having, I guess, lower back issues and stuff. So he's using the DDP yoga to
They're gonna
help him get more flexible,
Good for him.
which I think is pretty
It's
cool.
awesome.
I'm wearing a different shirt you alluded to earlier because now some of my other shirts fit me.
But
Before they didn't.
But you're inspiring people. That means now that people are looking at you for inspiration, you can't fail.
I know that.
He's no role model.
There's millions upon millions of kids out there that are looking at you as a role model now.
I feel like I should get a belt. And
You're
get my
the
belt
new.
and
You're the new Richard Simmons. I think
No.
every episode from here on out, puff the hair up,
Tight shorts.
tight shorts, tank top.
I mean, I've got a wife beater on. I could take that off and we could get sexy
It's
right
also
now.
known as the Italian dinner jacket.
We- Is it really?
But- yes, it is.
All
But
right.
you inspired him. And today I posted a pic on Instagram.
Because of me.
Probably for the last month since you started eating better.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it too.
You know what it is? He's fearing the day that I weigh less than him, and then
Oh, that's a long way off.
I know.
Right.
Oh, okay. It's funny. That's funny,
Yeah.
Unabomber. All right.
So,
okay. It's
so I
like
posted a
that.
picture today and I said, hey, you know what? My partner for my show's inspiring me, so I'm eating a little bit better, and I've been getting healthier.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm
So now I'm
inspirational.
down 17 pounds.
17.
17. I was 193. I'm 178 right now.
He was starting. He was starting to grow a little titty action.
I'm 178. I haven't been 178 in a few years.
17 pounds? How long has it been?
3 weeks.
Wow. That's good.
That's
Yeah.
what real men do.
And you know what I did? I stopped eating after 7 o'clock at night.
Let me guess what you stopped doing. You stopped eating like shit all the time.
I'm still eating the same way I always did, but I'm not eating late. I'm not drinking beer, and I'm not drinking any wine.
You're drinking
at night.
beer right now.
On like every night, I was just sitting there drinking.
You're literally holding a beer in your
This-
hand where you're like, I'm not drinking beer.
This is a special occasion. Is it not a special occasion when we do our show?
No, we do it every week.
Yeah. So every week I drink beer on this night.
It's like a cheat
Does,
day.
does Kevin
Yeah.
know that your eating at night is like a bag of chips?
Yeah. Like if I have a beer and I'm sitting on the couch, I'll eat a family-sized bag by accident. Like I'll eat the
Yeah.
whole fucking
You
thing.
have to explain to me that. You
Yeah,
think I got
so-
this big by accident?
So I stopped drinking beer. I started I'm not drinking wine. Just water. I even got rid of the diet soda.
Okay.
Except for unless I'm at lunch. He actually got rid of diet soda too. So
I have
now
one
my
Diet
bones
Pop a
aren't-
day.
My bones aren't hurting. My bones were fucking hurting me forever.
That's
like
from the
arthritis.
aspartame.
Yeah, and then I stopped eating it or
Aspartame.
drinking it, and now
It's
I'm
nasty.
drinking just water or beer when I drink the beer, and I feel a million times better.
I didn't want to go public with it. You forced me to go public with it.
You're
But
gay.
I'm
You're gay.
glad that you did because it makes me accountable. So, you know,
I thought you were gonna have like some sort of major announcement right there.
I have 53 pounds left to go on my quest.
It's a major award.
That's a major award.
Fucking
Clark.
right it is. So I started at
We're gonna give you your 9th place medal when you get there.
I started at 280,
Thanks for participating.
Thanks for showing up.
and I'm down to
280? You were not 280.
yes, I was.
You were way over 280.
No, when I measured myself the first time, I was 280.
That
Why
was,
would I
That
lie
was
about that
after
now?
dieting for a while, though, right?
No, that was after the first week. I was 280.
So what were you the week before?
I don't know. I didn't weigh myself.
Did you lose weight the first week?
I imagine so.
Okay, so you're over 280.
Maybe.
I stand correct.
We'll say 320.
We'll say 320.
That's all right. Laugh it up because number one, I have magnificent hair.
You do have good hair.
I have a tremendous singing voice.
Check.
Check.
I have cool tattoos. Yeah, and I've got a banging ass pair of cowboy boots.
Look at that. Look at the amount of effort it takes to throw that leg up.
I think I pulled something.
That's like a 5-minute process.
That's so he doesn't have to tie his shoes on the stairs.
You know what the best part was when we did the like the small talk episode?
Yeah.
I see Kevin in the gym a few days later, and he has 2 kids, and his wife was pregnant. I hadn't seen him for a little while because his wife had the baby, and I show up and I'm like, hey man, when's the baby due? He's like 6 months ago. Nice small talk.
Yeah. Good.
I felt very bad as a friend.
That's all right.
Today's a special day for you as well. It's Austin 316 Day,
Yes, it is actually.
and actually every time there's a special day, he and I text each other, like Pi Day.
Yep.
Which was the other day. We texted each other. May the 4th is the other day that we usually text each
May
other.
the 4th be with you. Yeah.
What's the other one? It was left-handed something? That's
Oh
it.
yeah, August 13th is Left-Handers Day.
Yeah, left-handers day. And I'm not even left-handed, but you're left-handed, right?
No.
Okay.
Left-handed.
But we know lefties.
Yeah.
Too loud.
I don't care. It's Austin 316. What?
All right, so anyway, special days.
Also, October 4th,
What's October 4th?
CB Radio Day.
10-4. Yeah, CB Radio Day. There's some other. What are the other days?
10-4.
I know we have a couple other ones because there's always like a text that comes with it.
There's usually you said May 4th, Star Wars Day,
Yeah.
and then May 5th, because it's Revenge of the 5th.
Revenge of the 5th.
Ah,
yeah.
that's right. Revenge of the 5th. But the other night it was 3.14, and it was like 11:40. And
It's
I texted
Pi
him.
Day.
Yeah, and I texted him like Happy Pi Day. He's like, I was going to text this earlier too.
Look.
Can you
What's-
turn the Stone Cold down just a tad?
What?
It's too loud.
What? Okay. See what
We're
I
not
did
gonna
there?
get in that. We're not doing that.
You see what I did there? What?
None of us watch, so we don't know what you're doing.
You all know who Stone Cold Steve Austin is.
We know who he is, but we don't know.
Well,
what
then
he
you
does.
watched it then.
I don't know what the what is. What's the what?
You know what it is.
I don't.
Let me tell you a little funny story about Kevin Cole. I took Kevin Cole to his first and only live pro wrestling event.
True story.
And
Personally,
listen,
Personally.
personally took him. You remember the scene
how
in
long
Coming?
ago was this?
God, this is like 10 plus years ago.
2002?
Yeah,
2003? Something like that?
2003. So,
Actually, no, you're
do you remember why?
Because you're pounding that, and then I'm not carrying you up the steps again. It's not gonna fucking. That's not happening.
Well, it could be exercise. You could lose more weight.
Kevin, would you like some?
No, I'm good. Thank
Okay,
you.
good.
Anyway, you remember in Coming to America when Eddie Murphy's like, in the face, right?
Yeah,
Well, there goes the volume again. It's back.
I can hear fine.
So, you know how the crowd, anybody gets chopped, they woo like Ric Flair? So that's what they do? Like
Yeah.
if there's a chop, the crowd woos?
How do they go?
Woo! 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 So he's sitting there, and all of a sudden he just goes, woo! And everyone looks at him like, no,
was
we
no
don't, we don't
You
woo
didn't
right
know
now.
the protocol.
Right?
I thought it'd be funny to woo when there
Right?
wasn't time for it.
But here's the best
Nobody
part.
thought it was funny.
Here's
but
the
me.
here's the
Who's
best
that
part.
asshole?
There's like all these wrestlers come out to different pyro, and Fucknuts here doesn't know that. So I was watching him to have him like he jumped so high when Kane's pyro hit. You jump like 10 feet in the air.
Are you sitting near the pyro?
We were pretty loud. We were pretty close.
You were close to it though.
And here's the funniest
It was
thing.
like an instinct thing. It was kind of like,
You went to self-preservation
like
mode.
I was a nom and I was jumping to like avoid
You
a
just hit the
grenade.
ground. You start
Here's the
crawling
funny
down the
thing.
steps. Like
The girl I was dating at the time did not like pro wrestling, but she would go and get drunk and talk shit to the wrestlers. She'd be like, fuck you.
they don't care about that though. They don't.
Kurt Angle didn't seem like he appreciated it, and he's a gold medalist. He's going to
I'm
actually...
sure he was okay at the end of the night.
You guys really don't like Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I like Stone Cold, but
drinking beer, kicking ass.
I like his show.
Come on, man.
It's Broken Skull Ranch. You ever watch that show?
No.
It's pretty good. It's an obstacle course.
Yeah, it's like
And guys like physically fight. Up
the
until
guy
last
is
part
the
where they do
single
obstacle course.
most bankable star in professional wrestling history.
More than Shawn Michaels.
More than Cena?
Yeah,
More than
He-
Hulk Hogan.
he drew more than Hulk
More than
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan?
Yep, more than Hulk Hogan.
Macho Man.
Yeah, with an estimated value of over $45 million.
That's what he's worth now.
That's what he's worth right now.
Pretty good. He's got a pretty good podcast too.
Yeah, he does. What? See, I did it
I
again.
still don't know what that means.
He used to do this. What thing?
You could say it like 60 times and it's gonna mean nothing 60 times. But do it one more time.
What?
He has a pretty good. Let's try it again. You ready?
Okay,
He's
hold
got
on.
a pretty good podcast.
I feel like you're making fun of me.
I'm not.
So what I'm going to do to counteract that is get ridiculously drunk.
I will call the law right now.
That's all right.
I'll call a tow truck.
Let's
Get
put
him
it
to
this
lift your
way.
ass out.
Stone Cold
Get a
Steve
winch.
Austin.
Bring a winch down the
Coming
Stone-
on, just drag him. Bump, bump, bump,
Stone
bump.
Cold Steve Austin is the only wrestler in history to deliver his finishing hold to a U.S. president.
That's pretty impressive.
Donald Trump, right?
Yeah, he hit Donald Trump with a Stone Cold Stunner. And
Now,
he's-
would you say you're a wrestling nerd or a wrestling groupie?
definitely nerd fan because I did it for a while.
I was listening to.
You remember? You
ever
were
listen-
there. You were back in the day when I was wrestling. 2001, 2002, 2003. I was doing it.
I don't think
You block a lot of those years out, probably. We were assholes.
No. I mean,
We were not fun to be around.
You can't blame him.
Oh, I don't
What?
blame him.
What?
See, I see what you did there.
What was your wrestling name again?
I'm not saying. I don't ever reveal that.
I was trying to trick him into it.
Okay.
The Gravitron.
The accelerator.
People around.
The guy with hair.
What was your finishing move?
It was. I'm not telling you guys.
The cocksuck. Oh, you spit that on my board. He looks at the crowd. He's like,
so bad. Oh, that
Should I? Should I not? Should I?
I'll suck you right in the cock, buddy. I swear to God.
and he sets it up like he's like sneaking up on the dude.
I did have to
Does
get
a
a police.
cartwheel
I
and
did have to.
He's upside down in the
cartwheel.
cartwheel and just.
I did have to get police to escort me out of the building in Winchester, West Virginia, because they wanted to fucking kill me.
Who did they want to kill?
Me, because I just was talking mad shit to the crowd.
Who was the guy? What was the guy's name?
I'm not telling you.
What day was this? Can we look it up?
Yeah.
Is it Googleable?
And what federation was it?
CPW.
CPW. Chris Perry Wrestling?
Wow.
That's a good one. Yeah,
That is a good one.
that is a good one.
Don't get carried away with that. Slow it down. Easy. Easy. Watch
the
it.
bones.
You're
Watch
an
the bones.
inspiration. Don't get crazy with the soda.
Here's the thing.
Inspiration to hundreds.
I don't really feel like I'm a real inspiration
No,
here.
you are.
I feel what this really is I'm
It's
gonna
not a rib or work or a shoot.
I'm gonna do this purely out of spite,
Is it a gimmick?
Is it a gimmick?
just to
work?
take away all of your fat jokes on me.
No, I actually think that you're inspiring a few folks.
No, you're not. You're just making
You
fun
have a
of me.
contest going with Mitch right now.
With his name's not Mitch.
I don't know why I have Mitch stuck
His name
in
is
my head.
Martin.
Martin.
You
well,
always call him Mitch.
Martin.
He's doing CrossFit though, so I can't do CrossFit. 'Cause I just can't take the impact on my foot and ankle and everything.
I have no volume now.
Either do I. Thanks a lot, Kev.
Can you hear Kevin?
Am I fucking talking about myself?
Kevin can hear fine.
I'm taking these headphones
You
off.
take them off then.
And these are your child's headphones that if you break them, I'll break you with it.
Yeah, they're like $150.
Which means they were 65.
Yeah, probably.
It means they're 65. So,
I got a hair off my neck. You don't have the problem.
so you would say you're a wrestling nerd? If you
Uh,
had to compare. And the reason I'm bringing this up, I was
probably
listening to
worse than a nerd.
Neil deGrasse Tyson show the other day,
He's a science nerd.
Star Talk, and
What would you say? Would you say I'm a nerd?
well, here's why.
With
I was listening, and Sean Ono Lennon was on there, and he was talking about science, and he was talking about. He said,
I hate that guy.
"Why?
Sean Lennon?
Yeah,
He is a talentless hack whose mother is a talentless hack who ruined the fucking Beatles, and they've been fucking
has
milking
nothing to do with his
milk.
parents."
If you'd let, he's a talentless hack whose music
All right, so
sucks.
let me make my point. All right, you're just getting
Yeah,
sidetracked.
have you ever
with
heard any
nonsense.
of his songs? Should I play some of them?
Anyway,
Thanks for ruining the Beatles. Why couldn't that bullet just have strayed to the left?
so I'm listening to Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and it's a live episode, right? And Sean Lennon's on it, and he's very well informed on science and all kinds of other stuff. What?
Not not
Okay.
music.
He's very well informed on science and stuff. And he goes, "Oh, you're quite a science nerd." He goes, "No, I'm more of a science groupie." And and he goes, "What do you mean science groupie?" He goes, "Nerd would refer to the fact that I might be informed about something.
I'll give him that.
Being a groupie means I'm just a fan. So you can't call him out on any of his shit."
So you're like an MMA groupie.
No, I'm an MMA nerd.
Really? How many MMA fights have you had?
How many have you had?
More than you.
How many science projects has Sean Lennon done?
What's that mean?
Exactly. Your fucking comment didn't make any sense.
See how mad he got?
Hey, Volpe did have a good comment about his finishing move. It
Yeah.
would be called the swallow.
Yeah.
Hers would be called the facial.
Oh.
How about that, honey? How about you get back in the kitchen, make me a sandwich, and I'll let you know when Daddy's coming home.
So, other things. I got to keep you focused. You're all over the place.
I'm sorry. You know what? You didn't hit me with the code word.
Wild Stallion, look at me.
You know, you got to rein me in, Wild Stallion.
Rein it in, Wild Stallion.
There you go.
That's his new thing. I got to say that to bring him back into a good place.
And now I'm back.
Because a lot of times we'll start talking. Like I said, I mentioned Sean Ono Lennon, and he goes off on this whole sidetrack for like 5 minutes.
What it is you nurtured, you fostered, if you will, this very
Nurtured.
I nurtured.
a very
Or did I group-tured?
a very confrontational atmosphere this evening.
Well, you know what? Let me get to my point about what I was talking about.
All right, you know what? I'm reining back in. The loose
So
cannon is
I was
now
listening
tightened
to
up.
the Neil deGrasse Tyson show, and that dude's incredibly intelligent, and probably my favorite astrophysicist.
Who's your least favorite?
I don't know, but I also like Brian Cox. He's a good one as well. He's a British dude who's on National Geographic all the time.
Isn't he in-
Not the actor.
I was
He's
about
kinda
to
young.
say.
Yeah, kind of young guy,
Yeah.
tall, lanky guy.
Big ears.
Yeah.
Who's
yeah,
the
real
Asian
good
guy with the? He looks like the Asian Beethoven. guy.
Maku Tico Machu, or I get his name.
Keku.
Yeah,
Keiko.
Migio. I like him as
Keiko.
well,
He's
but
great.
he doesn't have the sense of humor that Neil deGrasse Tyson has.
True.
But I'm listening, and Sean Ono Lennon's talking about being a groupie versus a nerd, and I'm thinking, I'm like, what other things would I be a groupie versus a nerd on? Right?
Music groupie?
Yeah, music groupie. I'm not an expert in music. I know a lot of music.
Well, no, you like music, but you're not proficient in the instruments, so
Right, so
you'd be a groupie.
No, we're talking about just liking music, is what you said, not playing music.
What's the definition between a groupie and
Yeah, I'm
nerd?
lost.
A nerd is someone who would have some expertise that they could speak on.
Okay.
Oh, not being proficient in it.
A groupie would be somebody who's equally as big of knowledgeable, but you can't call them out on their shit because they're considering themselves a groupie.
Well, hold on.
They're just a fan.
Hold on.
They're a fan.
Let's define this. Maybe
That's what we're doing. We're defining right now.
Maybe a groupie is someone who has a lot of enthusiasm for it, but maybe not as much knowledge.
Okay.
Where a nerd has a near encyclopedic knowledge of it, coupled with
Right.
the enthusiasm.
And you immediately went into like, hey, I can play music, so you can't be a nerd.
no,
Which
I
you
was
couldn't be a stair nerd.
I was asking.
I can go up the stairs. I have the ability to walk up and down the steps.
You're just a stare groupie.
You're just a stair groupie.
Are you a comb? Are you a comb groupie? Because you can't comb that.
Like you would be a gravity nerd.
Oh,
I would be a gravity groupie. But there's so many other things out there, like all those books I read, right? I would be a nerd for that kind of stuff.
you're a Star Wars nerd.
I'm a Star Wars nerd for sure.
Yeah.
You would be a Star Wars groupie. But there's
No,
got to be
I would
other
say I'm a
shit
nerd.
that you're nerdy about.
Wrestling nerd.
Wrestling nerd for sure.
Magic the Gathering.
Oh yeah, man, that's like uber nerd.
Porno nerd.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can you be a porn nerd?
Yeah.
I think you can.
Once you know dudes, performers' names, that's you've crossed the level.
Yeah,
You memorized all their stats.
No, I don't know about the stats.
7 inches.
But you're like, oh, I'm skipping this scene. This guy, this, you know.
I'd love to do my finishing move on
But you know what? In porno, you see more guys. Like guys are consistent in the videos as opposed to a lot of the girls, because there's only a handful of guys that are in a lot of porns. There's a lot of women that are trying to be in porn.
Name them.
Go, name 10 guys. Go.
No, I can't name 10 guys.
I
Okay,
bet-
let me
Name two
I-
guys you've blown.
That list is actually longer.
Well.
So you got Peter North.
Well.
Right? Peter North, you're a fan of, right?
Who isn't a fan of the ropes? You
Some
know
of
what I
his
mean?
best work.
Shooting ropes.
I don't know him any other guys. You do. Look, you can see he just fucking wants to just let it out.
I'm gonna play it chill. I'm gonna drink this right now.
Give me your top 5 porn chicks.
Chicks?
Chicks.
Oh God, I don't know. I'm not, dude. You guys have me come across as some lecherous, perverted.
I have people asking
fucking
me
weird guy.
why you have 3 memberships for porn.
And you know what? I'd ask them this question: why do you have 3 kids when you can only afford 1? You fucking hate your life. You're miserable at home, and you fucking talk to the secretary because you fucking hate your wife. How about that, you cunt?
Oh, Jesus.
That's something that was directed towards a certain somebody.
No,
Yeah.
not really.
And I don't have a secretary.
no, not
And I
at
have
you.
4 kids.
Not at you. I'm not directing it at you.
I know you weren't. It's directed
it
at
sounds
somebody
like
you
it's-
know.
But
Some,
you
that
know
was somebody
those-
specific.
because I have the means to enjoy myself, and they don't. And honestly, I don't know why. Because you know why? Because impulse buys, and because
But you were married.
I didn't too well.
You're a marriage groupie or a marriage nerd?
Groupie for sure, for sure.
Not an expert on it.
I could just say relationship. You've seen me fuck up several relationships.
Kevin, you play music, don't you?
I do. I play guitar.
Yeah. Kevin's he does a lot of stuff you probably don't know about.
I've known that he's played guitar for fucking over like 10 years.
That was for the people watching, so I could carry a conversation. It wasn't.
Okay.
A test.
Wow, you
wasn't
play
a bullet,
guitar?
Wasn't a bullet test.
Play guitar.
Oh my God!
It wasn't
What-
a test for bullet. To
What
see
kind
how,
of electric guitar do you
see
have?
how well you know Kevin Cole.
He slaps the bass.
I fucking
Hey,
hate when
what?
people say
Hey,
that shit.
let's see. You know Kevin so well. What's his favorite color?
His favorite dog is a corgi.
It is.
Favorite color. We know it's a corgi. He's got a corgi tattoo on his ribs. Have you seen his tattoo on his ribs?
Yeah,
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got a commander hat on, like the little
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're very difficult tonight.
I'm reined it in. You're insulting me, and I'm
White
fine.
Stallion or White Stallion.
White Stallion.
That one might stick.
Wow.
Might stay with
Is
White
that your
Stallion.
wrestling name? White Stallion?
It is now.
You know what we watched the other day? Me and my kids, Nacho Libre.
I love that movie.
That fucking movie's awesome.
That movie is one of
I
the
could watch
greatest
that
movies
movie
of
a
all time.
million times.
So take us through the life of Kevin Cole.
Okay.
What is the life of a pharmacist like? What is your life like?
It's kind of boring. You know, I've got 2 kids that love the pieces, but
You had the second one?
I had the second one. Well, I didn't have it. My wife had
You
it.
were there, which counts.
I was there,
Yeah, you did half the work.
right? I was there at the beginning.
And there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did your work.
But, you know, I go to work, come home, hang out with the kids and the wife. You know,
Come to jujitsu
come to the jujitsu
when you can.
every now and again.
Yeah.
Put your pants on.
We were
all
going to
the
start
time.
coming in the mornings.
Put on my
Haven't
hash
seen you yet.
guard.
Haven't seen you yet in the mornings.
Yeah, right. It's been a
What
while.
am I looking at? Oh, you can't just walk in on the show. Oh. Well, my wife just walked in on the show.
Hi.
She's never seen
Happy
one.
St. Patty's
Hi.
Day.
I thought you were at work. Okay. All right, back to the show.
Do you want to sit in with us?
No. Because that's all that can result in is trouble for me. All right, we're not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen because you're gonna say something stupid and I'm gonna have to one up it.
Here, hold on. You're
And then,
sweating.
And then it's just
You're sweating.
Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, it'll be like the one time we did jujitsu together, right? I said to Wilson right before the beginning of the class, "Don't partner us together at the end." And Wilson's like, "No problem." End of class, Chris, go with Janice. I'm like, motherfucker.
Wilson did that on purpose.
Oh yeah, 2 seconds into it, triangle the shit out of her, right? Not a hard triangle, but just put her in a triangle.
I
And
think
my son Aiden leans over the wall and points at her and starts laughing. Middle of the triangle, tears.
I've never made it a secret that
Yeah.
I'm afraid of you.
Never back to jujitsu since.
Never made it a secret. I think you would kick my ass.
Yeah. So she's not here right now. We're back to the show.
Sorry.
She's gonna head upstairs. So you can watch on Facebook. It's on live right now. So, bro, trying to get me in trouble, bro.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro.
I've been in this phase all week long. Like every person I talk to, I've been broing out.
Broing.
Bro, what's up, bro? Bro, why you acting like that, bro?
Is
Can't
there-
handle it, bro.
Is there anything more annoying than bro guy?
Cuz. Cousin.
Dude, you
Are they related though? Isn't bro just like the little brother of cuz?
No, bro's your bro. Cuz is
Yeah, but
some dude that's just insulting you.
Cuz is an older version.
I don't
of
care how
bro.
you say bro. It's not that insulting. You call me cuz, ace, fucking, what are some of the other ones that just fucking...
Chief.
Chief.
Oh, yeah, you
Chief.
call me chief.
Boss.
I'm fucking boss.
Whoa, slow down, boss.
I like Hoss.
I don't mind hoss.
Hoss is pretty
I'll take a
cool.
good hoss with a bro.
Turbo.
Turbo.
Slow down, Turbo. Yeah, that's another. You never heard Turbo before?
But I might use that
Yeah,
one.
Turbo. Settle down, Turbo.
Yo, is that when he was like walking in line?
I don't get it.
He's making fun of you.
Making fun of me? Oh,
You're slow.
Todd Perry from the
Yeah.
school district of what?
The Chamonix.
The Chamonix School
It's a-
District?
it's oxymoron, turbo.
I know, right?
Yeah, but I don't mind somebody calling me bro. But
I
it's
do.
how they say bro.
I hate it.
It's how they say bro. Like
Well, how can you say bro insulting?
I've been in the bro mode all
Maybe-
week.
maybe
with
if they accentuate the B.
What is it? The douche from Sausage Party. Bro, not for nothing, bro, but you're not looking too good, bro.
Not for nothing. That's a terrible one.
Yeah,
I hate
I don't
it.
mind that. But you break out those other ones like Chief and Ace and.
But you're a
fucking-
total bro. You're like teetering on bro. If you didn't read Star Wars novels, you would be a total bro.
He's like
Why?
He's like Jersey Shore, bro.
Really?
You live, bro?
You lift, bro?
Yeah.
Bro,
You're
not for nothing. That flannel shirt looks good, bro.
At the end of the day, you look all right.
You look all right, bro.
Thanks, Chief.
I had a buddy.
I mean, can you use the word bro too much in a sentence?
I don't think you can, bro. Bro,
I mean, is that how you get it? It's got to be like a real short.
it's got a short bro. Like bro. Come on, bro. You can say bro all the time, bro. Bro. Is that your medal, bro? You win that, bro?
It's my world.
Huh? Where'd you win that, bro?
It's my world title, bro.
But you could say bro all the time.
It could be a question, bro.
Bro. Really? Bro.
That's true.
Huh? Or you could have done something awesome. We're like, bro, come here, bro. Bro. I can't do Ace,
Yeah, you can't do dude,
Chief,
dude.
Turbo. Turbo you can do. Kevin gets to the top of the steps. I'm like, Turbo.
Can I be Turbo from now on?
Yeah, you can be Turbo.
Because I'm slow.
I like Turbo. Turbo's good for you.
Slow and steady wins the race.
But you can bro out. I don't think you can bro out too much.
Makes girls come too.
Like my younger brother and I, like we'll sing songs and stuff on Facebook
I just
every
peppered that
week.
in, and
Wait, what did you just say?
I said slow and steady wins the race. I'm like, makes girls come too.
Oh, look at you. You got something special going on there.
Yeah, that's my style.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Black Label,
Platinum Black, or what was it?
Palladium Black.
Palladium Black.
That's a good
That's
one.
a good porn name.
That's a good name for a band.
That's a good porn name.
We're Palladium Black.
Also, I was thinking Resp's new website should be like a porn site.
It
with
should.
like guns and big fingers.
DickTattoos.com.
You better hope that dude never fished a bitch, because it would be a homicide.
His
Bro,
fingers are like sausage
She
links.
exploded her.
unbelievable.
That chick exploded.
Bro.
Bro,
She
she
exploded.
exploded. Bro, we got any mixed martial arts news this week? I don't know if we have anything.
Well,
you-
Anderson Silva's
Oh,
being.
you hit the music.
It's already on.
The
What?
intro for the wrestling?
Well, okay, we can do
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Well, this is the intro for the.
He's
fight
all over
news.
the place today.
This guy.
I don't think he realizes it when he gets it that way either.
Actually, I'm fine.
You do know there are fights this weekend, right?
No. Are there fights this weekend?
Hold on, we gotta do the
Bro,
fight news
fights this
intro.
weekend, bro?
Produce. Pull it up.
Bro. Is that loud now? Yeah, we're back. Who's fighting this weekend?
It's, do you want to?
Speaking of the microphone, please. Look how he pops his head out of his neck like a turtle. He's like,
It's Anderson versus Manawa.
Anderson.
Anderson who?
Corey Anderson.
Corey Anderson versus. You're not even talking into your mic at all.
Yeah, no.
I am.
Now you are. Hold it like a dick. Hold it like Bullet would hold it, but
Yo, yo.
don't put it all the way in your mouth.
It's
I
Jimmy
use them
Manawa versus Corey Anderson.
Hold on for a minute. How is it that you guys get to fucking make fun of me, bro? But whenever I fire back, it's Wild Stallion, you're a little out of control tonight.
Bro, you're getting out of control again, bro.
All right.
Very aggressive, bro.
Wild Stallion, chill out, bro.
Bro.
Bro, come on, bro. Bro. Start from the bot. Is there anybody good on the fight card? I
gotta
like
be
Corey
hon-
Anderson.
I got to be honest. If that's the main event, Corey Anderson and Jimmy Manawa,
It's got to be a free card.
It is.
Is it a
is
Fight
free
Pass or is it on Fox?
It's on. You know what? It's on. The whole thing's on Fight Pass.
yeah, that could
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
That's just they're just passing time.
They should pay you $5 to watch.
They should pay you. That's not that good of a
I
card.
didn't give a
So
shit
any of
about
the anybody who would matter is Joe Duffy versus Reza
He's retiring.
Madigy.
I think Joe
Who is it?
Duffy's retiring.
Madidi? Medea? Madid? I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
He's
Medea.
worse with the names than me.
I know he is.
Tyler Perry's MMA match. Medea's fighting.
Hallelujah. I love going to those.
So,
movies.
is
I
there
go to
anything
them,
good
I
on the
swear to
fight
God.
card at all?
Yeah. Brad Pickett's fighting.
One Punch.
Who's he fighting?
It's got to be his
Uh,
last fight. coming
Marion
up.
Vera.
Yeah, if you don't recognize both names,
Gunnar
it doesn't
Nelson.
matter.
Okay.
Who's Gunnar Nelson fighting?
This has got to be in Ireland.
Alan-
This fight card has to be in
I'm
Ireland.
thinking it's in New Zealand.
Alan Joban.
It's got to have to be in Ireland.
Is it New Zealand?
It is in London, England.
Oh shit.
That's not too
Yeah,
far.
so they're all going to be all British guys on there that we don't know.
Well, UK guys.
And then Jimmy
Or
Manoa
European
versus
guys.
Corey Anderson is the main event.
That's not a bad fight though.
Got to be honest, man.
Fight Pass though, I'll probably watch
For
it.
many, many, many years.
It's the cards that are usually that I say no, they're not going to be good.
But
Are
those
usually the
fights
ones that are good.
But for a while, UK MMA was more than a step behind in America, and I think they've more than stepped up. Would you agree?
I would concur.
You know, I think Japan
Shaken, not stirred.
Japan still has a problem where they haven't caught up, many of them, with the way that they train. I mean, they still don't really train the way that, you know, the Americans or the...
I don't like subtle, like, hey, kind of smooth.
No, I'm just
talking.
saying,
Yeah,
like...
there you go.
Like,
now you're talking.
Japan
Bro,
still...
you're back, bro.
They still train in
Hey,
that
it's
dojo
Turbo.
system.
Turbo. Bro,
I'm just going to drink.
speed it up, bro.
I'm just going to drink.
I think you're right, though. There are quite a few countries that are stepping up their MMA game.
What would you say the top MMA countries are?
U.S.,
Brazil.
for sure.
Russia.
I was watching a show the other day
Russia's pretty good.
that was showing the actual size of countries in comparison. Like, Brazil's almost as big as the U.S.
It's huge.
It's gigantic. And Russia was tiny.
Russia's tiny?
It's small on the map. Like, the way you look at the map, the way it stretches out, like, the things get change their perspective. On an actual map, it's not that big.
Wow.
Yeah.
It spans like 5 time zones.
Yeah, it's long.
It's just not girthy.
And China was it China or Japan was like the length of the East Coast, but like one state wide, like all the way up.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with Japan, though, is they still train in that dojo system where they're not training with the...
They're not mixing everything together.
They don't have, like, the science behind it. They don't have the strength and conditioning coach. They don't have...
But they're really
the
good with
science.
math and science, which is weird.
Well,
Kinda
yeah, but also
Yeah.
Japan has a very fickle public, and it fell out of favor. It's not...
It's a bit more
it's not
MMA
in favor.
groupies.
Yeah, I mean, but
They're
they're a
not
very...
MMA
they're
nerds.
well, pay-per-view is only really in America.
How about Canada? Canada's got some good fighters.
No, but what I mean is that in Japan they don't have pay-per-view, so all of these promotions like Pride,
They're just views.
well, they were on regular TV, and when they had that Yakuza scandal, they pulled the money for the TV, and then they lost all their money. And
What was the Yakuza scandal?
Yeah.
in Pride,
No, none of us know that. You're talking
So-
like
so
we should know 'cause
basically-
you're an MMA nerd.
Well,
So-
Turbo.
Turbo.
bring it down,
back,
bring it
tell
down to
us.
second
Slow
gear.
it down, Turbo.
Well, basically,
Bro.
back during when Pride was a major competitor with the UFC, they had a lot of money coming in, the influx of money, because they had TV deals on all the major networks. So that's how they were able to basically afford these big contracts. It turned out there was the Yakuza scandal because Pride had some really shifty matchmaking. Like, one of the examples would be when Mirko Krokop made his debut in Pride, other than that weird rules match with Vanderlei Silva.
What was the weird rules match?
It was like you can only
They
be
just
on the
get deeper
ground.
down the wormhole with
well,
this dude.
when Mirko Krokop made his
Just give
debut,
that a short version. We'll get back to the Yakuza one.
Krokop the first time he fought Vanderlei Silva, they had a weird rules matchup where you could only be on the ground for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
They couldn't strike. It was it wasn't like
All
a
right, back to
traditional MMA.
Yakuza.
Anyway, Krokop's actual Pride debut, he knew about it months in advance who he was fighting, but they wouldn't tell Keith Haring who he was fighting. They said, "Oh, you're going to fight this Japanese wrestler," and then a week before they said, "No, you're going to fight Mirko Krokop." So that's why if you watch the fight, Krokop's sprawl was like on fucking point. But they would do that shit to Rampage. But apparently there was many fixed fights.
Yeah, who's that big, tall monster guy?
Dong Hung Choi or something.
No, the Brazilian.
No. He's black American.
Oh,
player.
yeah, he's in the football team movie. Where they're in
Bob
prison.
Sapp.
Yeah, Bob
Yeah,
Sapp.
I heard they were all after him.
Well, he was a big celebrity in Japan, but there was many fixed fights. All of Takada's fights, save for the Hicks and Gracie fights, were fixed to the point where there was one time where he was fighting Mark Coleman, and everybody knew backstage, oh, he's going to heel hook Mark Coleman within 3 minutes. So they asked Boss Rutan, "Hey, what's your prediction for the fight?" And he said,
Heel hook. 3
Takada
minutes.
within 3 minutes, and then everybody scrambled, and then they had to do it later on. But there was fixed fights. There was a lot of betting going on with Yakuza, and once that scandal happened, it's kind of like that dirty secret that everybody knows about. But once the lights shed on it, they have to. Oh, we have to walk away from this now. So Pride lost all of its money,
So
they lost all their fighters, and then the general public. I mean, you still had your hardcore fan base.
So Japan does not have a strong MMA.
Not like it used to be.
That's where it started. And you just
No. It's not even that it's strong in the culture. But what I mean is that the fighters don't train the same way.
What other countries would you say are strong?
I would say Russia, obviously,
Right.
but I would say America, of course. I'd say Brazil, but I would say really the country that's really
Give me some odd ones.
Not India.
Not India. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen a guy from India,
Um,
have we, in the UFC?
No, I think
Kinda
China's starting to. But then again, in Asia you've got ONE FC, and ONE FC is holding huge
I want
cards.
an odd country that has some good fighters. I can't think of any. You have a few like big countries, but then like there's very few from like tiny ones.
Alabama.
That's in the U.S.
That's its own country. You ever been there?
Yeah,
Alabama, man.
Did you sing that when you were there?
I did. And who did Anderson Silva sign to fight?
He's fighting Gastelum.
Which I wanted to lead us
Actually, we
back.
didn't even talk about the
About
fights from
last
last
fights.
week.
Yeah. But before we do, let's talk about this. On paper, this fight makes 0 sense. But
In real world, I think it makes sense.
but
Gaslam's on a tear.
But you've got Gastelum, who is already proven that he can compete against any of the top 170ers.
Dude, he hit
if he makes weight.
Vitor Belfort so hard in the face.
But let me just put it this way: there's no reason that a guy who walks at 5'10" can't make 170 pounds if he's a professional fighter. There's absolutely no excuse for that.
Turbo, slow down.
But what I'm saying is that he's saying, "Fuck it, I'm going to continue my campaign at 185 against some big names." Anderson Silva, I mean, when's the last time he won a really good fight? I mean,
I thought he won against Bisping, to be honest.
if he wouldn't have fucking danced, he would have fucking won
Right.
at the end of that first round. But that's a dangerous fight for Anderson Silva because this guy punches fucking hard. Anderson Silva could do everything right, and if he just does the one thing wrong, he's out of position once, Gastelum's going to fucking put his lights out.
And Gastelum can take a punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dangerous.
And he's quick.
It is a dangerous.
He is quick for
dangerous.
his
fight
But
for
I
Anderson
like the
Silva.
fact that Anderson's getting older and he doesn't give a shit. He's still willing to fight
He
whoever.
said his family, his son was crying, didn't want him to take the fight, and
Really?
he was like, "This is what I do."
Don't you think he'd be better off waiting for whoever wins George St. Pierre and then try to fight? through it?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we talk every week about like having like a Masters division in UFC.
That's what Vitor Belfort wants.
That's
Yeah.
where he belongs.
I mean, if you look at the pictures of Vitor from a few years ago to how he looked the other day,
But physically, he doesn't look. But he was explosive.
yeah, skill wise, he's
He had a
probably similar.
variety of strikes.
But did
the
you see?
kicks
Like his
and the
hair was gray.
Yeah,
Like
but-
I pointed that out when we were watching. Like his hair
Yeah.
looked gray.
Yeah,
And has he got knocked out like 5 of his last 6 fights?
He's all Liddelled out.
yeah. What I think they should do
He's all
is
gimmicked up.
if they're gonna do a UFC Masters division, heavier padding on the gloves, have longer,
I'm cool with that.
shorter rounds, 3-minute rounds.
I don't think you need the shorter rounds.
No.
I think you do one round.
How about 2-minute breaks between rounds?
2 minutes is fine, but I would be fine with like pride length first round.
The 10-minute round was what
Not for-
separated.
not
I
for- not for old
love
people.
the pride
Huh?
round.
10 minutes for old people?
Yeah, they're not going to make it to a second round anyway.
It's like you just make 'em-
I used to love when the second UFC game came out, or the first PlayStation 4 UFC game, that you could fight under pride rules.
It's EA MMA was that.
No. You
No,
can
was
play
it?
You
It
can
was
play
UFC.
under pride
Because
rules.
EA MMA
I know my
was
video
awesome.
games.
Head stomps.
Oh, comment down there.
You could do head
176.
stomps, but we would always fight under pride rules because you could do the head kicks on the ground and
They
stomps.
should let them.
And the 10 minutes, like if you got in a bad position in the first part of the fight, like it's a long 10 minutes.
The pride-
and we always play like real time, like so it's actually 10 minutes
Pride
for
rules.
the round.
Pride rules were the best rules for MMA. You took out the elbows, which did nothing but cut opponents and end fights on cuts. You didn't have any position where the fighter could take advantage of it and stall the fight. If a fucking person wanted to pull guard and sit on his back like a turtle, he's gonna get stomped out like a cigarette. I was a big fan of that.
Yeah, I
that.
love the pride rules.
And
They're
you know what?
fucking awesome.
And for people to think that I'm anti-jiu-jitsu, not at all. Because if you fucking have a leg coming down and you're a jiu-jitsu guy and you know that leg's coming, That's an opportunity to wrap that fucking leg up.
You wrap that fucking leg.
You wrap it right up.
Wrap it.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it.
Wrap it right
Going
up.
Fabulous
you know what I love?
Thunderbirds or whatever that band is. Wrap it up.
I'll take it.
That was
Rap.
that was Jimmy Vaughn. That was Stevie Ray's brother, older brother.
What was the name of the band?
That was Thunderbirds.
Exactly like I just said.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell me. I said the name of the band.
Yeah.
All right, music groupies.
I
showing
know
up.
how good my coffee is.
Let's get a little weird here. Where is his signature Stratocaster made?
Stratocaster Factory. Next question.
That's technically not wrong, bro.
Got that right, bro.
Next question.
Who else was on the fight card the other
His
day?
Strat's really nice too. Jimmy Vaughn's. It's a
Mauricio Rua.
Tex-Mex.
Shogun
Shogun.
Hua. That was a good
was
fight.
good.
Rua.
That was a great fight.
Haha. He made fun of you because you pronounced the
I
Brazilian's
know.
name with an R.
Hua.
He's like, fuck you.
Hua.
I live in a log cabin with my beard, and you're an asshole. That's what he said to you.
He lives in a log cabin with a big pile of papers that he's been writing for a long time.
And
But
bombs.
Shogun looked good.
My
Shogun,
manifesto.
great.
I don't think, like when I'm thinking of these guys that need to go to that Masters division, I'm not throwing Shogun in there yet.
Yeah, but I always do prior. But God, the guy does.
He
just-
looked good, man.
He
And he
fights.
can still take a punch. Because he got hit with a few good punches.
Oh, great knockout, Barbosa. Flying
Oh,
knee.
my God.
Oh, shit.
Barboza.
Shit.
And you know what? Barboza had to work in that because that guy was putting it to him.
Yeah. That was a pretty even fight up until that point.
Think about Shogun.
And every time, what was that guy's name? Darush?
yeah.
That he fought?
Benelli Darush.
Yeah.
Benil Darush.
Yeah.
He was very much like Gegard Mousasi with the face.
Yeah.
In a way, he's just kind of just like,
Very stoic.
Cut out a stone.
doesn't care.
The thing about Hua that a
But
lot of people
that was the
don't.
fastest I've ever seen that dude move. And Bullet actually came over for the fights, which was like rare. And in the middle of the Shogun fight,
What?
he's like, "I gotta leave.
I got
I
to
got
go.
I got to go. I got to go." And I'm like, Bullet, why you got to go? He's like, "I got to go."
Why would I have to go?
He had to get home because his groceries were coming from Amazon at 6 a.m.
And they were there.
And so I call him the next
And
morning.
they're coming tomorrow too.
And I call him the next morning. I'm like, "Hey, Bullet, how'd that work out with the groceries?" He's like, "Oh, with daylight savings time, I lost an hour," and he's all upset. And I said, "Did the guy show up on time?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "How do you know?" He's like, "I got up. I saw him outside the window." I said, "They just leave him outside?" "Yep, they just leave him outside." I said, "Why don't you go out to the door and greet the guy?" He's like, "Because then I would have to interact with him and tip him." I said, "You don't think that guy is working a shitty job that he has to deliver groceries at 6 a.m. in the morning?"
Has a kid at home.
And he's like, "Oh, I know people at Amazon. They pay well." You don't know anybody.
Well,
at
first of
Amazon.
all, what I said was the groceries there. I made no mention of the guy being there. What I said was
I said, "Why didn't you go out there and greet him?"
because he
It was the
wasn't
question.
there.
He was.
The
You knew he
question-
was there.
The question that you asked was after I said I chose a doorstep delivery over an attended delivery. You said, "Why did you do that?" I said, "Because I don't really want to have to interact with someone at 6 a.m.
No, you don't want to interact with anybody. Period.
You're right.
Especially fully nude.
And then you said you didn't want to feel responsible for tipping
That as well.
as well.
Yeah, that as well.
You don't think that guy could use a couple extra bucks?
Do you really want to cut a promo here on your ass?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know,
Do it. And it better be grocery related.
grocery related.
Yeah, because that's what we're talking about.
gotta
You're
cut a
saying,
promo
"Hey, I got to
groceries?"
cut a promo on you." Should I cut a promo on you? Yes, cut a promo on me, but cut a promo on what we're talking about,
So-
not just some random shit.
So about not tipping or groceries.
Both.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Camera's on you.
He's getting in the zone.
Grocery relay promo.
Tell him, Hawk.
I walked the aisle up and down the produce and the frozen foods. Shut your mouth, fat boy. I'll make a man of you. Walking that aisle up and down the roads for many years. And then I said to myself, I'm going to have my groceries delivered because you know what, big man? I deserve a break. And then all of a sudden, Chris Perry, you want to talk to me about tipping. I've got a tip for you, big man. You don't tug on Superman's cape, and you don't get in the squared circle because in the fucking squared circle,
He's
I
struggling.
am God. Right here. This right here means that I make the rules.
I could use a little more grocery talk, though.
Grocery talk?
Yeah.
All right.
And cut.
all right.
Ready?
Grocery talk?
Yeah, so you were going to cut a promo
But
on
I'm
me
not
about...
mad about the groceries.
Cut a promo on me about home shopping.
Okay.
Ready?
Here we go.
Hold on. And action. Tell him, Hawk!
You see, regular ham and eggers like you, Chris Perry, you walk that aisle, you wait in line, and you say, here's my bonus card. But you see, champions like me, Daddy, we have our groceries delivered to us. Just like I'm going to have your sorry carcass delivered to me next week in Madison Square Garden. And just like a frozen turkey, your goose is going to be cooked when you get it. That was good.
That's pretty good.
That was good.
I cut a promo on anything.
Is there any other fights on this weekend?
That was the best of that card.
Actually, Flow Grappling has the pans this weekend.
I have that.
I know. Popo's fighting in the pans.
No.
Hey, Flo, he's flying out to California tomorrow. Tiago's already out there. Master Godoy, he's already out there. They've all been training in Alliance the last few days with Wilson.
Nice.
So it should be good. I'm either going to have to pay for it or I'm going to watch it.
I'll just give you my password.
Yeah, that's what you said 2 weeks ago.
You never asked for it.
Can I have it?
Yeah.
Can I have it now?
I got to remember it, but yeah, I'll give it
Say
to
it
you.
out loud.
We're on mute.
Nobody's listening.
It's dude sucker.
Dude Sucker 215, password swallow.
Sweaty balls.
Swallow. So a lot of guys we know are in fighting this weekend. You have, like I said, Tiago, Popo, Master Godoy. I'm sure Wilson will be at their event with everybody. So if you see Wilson there, get an autograph.
Hold on for a
tell
minute.
me hi. Yeah.
Can we just talk about one thing?
Yeah.
Wilson's mustache. Let's talk
I
about
like the
this.
mustache.
Let's talk about this for a second, because number one, he's in San Diego. By the time
Listen, since he's had that mustache,
he's been on a roll.
he's been on a roll. He's got a championship fight. You don't fuck with the mustache.
But it totally changes his look.
I like it. He looks old school. I think once he gets the little curl going.
No, you
Yeah.
can't do the curl. But, like, I like it, but don't you feel it totally changed? Like, could you not make the argument you've got pre-mustache and post-mustache Wilson? You know, like how in, like, fighting games you've got, like, alternate outfits? Like, they
You
could
just throw
have
the mustache on. He's
Wilson
a whole
with-
different guy.
Wilson without the mustache is like a level 76. Wilson with the mustache is
Level
like a level
200.
like a level like at 198.
It's like some sort of cheat code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you not agree with that?
I think the mustache will do that. Like Kevin with the beard, it's a level 900.
My grappling's way improved.
It is.
It's like 19% better.
We used to have a guy, like an Indian guy. You remember that guy?
I remember him.
He used to train with us.
His daughter,
He
his
had
kids
a
used to
beard
train.
bigger than Kevin's, and I used to like go for like an X stroke, and like I'd feel the beard, and I would just let go. And after a while, I was like, "Oh, fuck that! He shouldn't have grown a beard." And the beard would get caught in there, and just fucking yank that shit right through.
So now it's like a lot more shallower.
Yeah,
Grab
yeah.
all
I
the
just
beard.
grab it all. I don't
Just
care.
Whatever happened to him?
He didn't come back. Somebody yanked on his beard.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I
You're
think
a
he
bully.
blew something up.
See, that just shows your ignorance, because you see, India is actually
He was an Indian.
really.
That's how ignorant he is.
He was wearing a turban like that. He was Indian.
He didn't have the turban,
Yeah, he did.
the headgear.
He had turban. He had a turban.
Special wrestling headgear.
You see, now you're lying. See, Indian.
No, I don't know what happened to him, but,
India.
Ear pro came out of the turban.
Yeah,
but he was actually a nice guy.
yeah, he was really cool.
And,
I remember him.
And
kids train there,
normally
too.
I'm really nice to everybody when I roll.
No, you're not.
Kevin?
No, you're not.
Well, there was the one time you double knee on belly chase, and you threw up everywhere.
Yeah, I did double knee on
Well,
belly
let's
one
talk
guy.
about the other guy, like who didn't come back.
Well, no, that was. I don't know that guy.
Well, there were some guys that you purposely go hard with to make them not come back.
Well, the time you almost drove me through the
Well,
fucking.
There was one guy who tried to heel hook me in gi all the time, and I said to him, I said, next time you fucking try to heel hook me, I'm gonna fucking hurt you.
How about the time you almost put me through the mirrored wall at the old gym?
Actually, you tripped and couldn't stop yourself.
No. You fucking
the
drove.
inertia.
It's
You
just
Once it
drove.
starts going.
You drove me through it on purpose.
I don't remember about throwing you into a mirror.
I do. You didn't throw me. You literally drove
I'm
me.
actually
through.
probably the nicest person to roll with.
You're so full of shit.
You're so foolish.
Kevin's the only guy. Kevin's rolled with me recently.
Colin
I'm,
always
I'm
tells,
pretty
Colin
nice.
always tells me stories.
It's my nephew. I'm
Every
supposed to be hard on him.
every
Colin
time.
will tell him, "Hey, my stomach's upset. Neon belly.
I neon bellied him, and then I had to drive him home, like to pick up my daughter. We had to pick up my daughter at gymnastics
Nicest guy
on the way
around.
home.
Nicest guy around.
And he's like, Uncle Chris, I have to shit. Like, he told me before we rolled, and then I neon bellied him anyway. And then on the ride home, like, I dropped him off in an industrial park, and he sat on a railing and shit over the side of the railing while I was picking my daughter up at gymnastics. He's like, can't you just take me into gymnastics? I'm like, no, nobody knows you, and it's a single bathroom in the middle of the room. Everybody's going to wonder who this person is just shitting in the room. So he shit all over the railing and used his sock to wipe his ass.
Oh my god!
I've done that before. I was at the
Best
God, that's
uncle
so
ever.
I was at the
nasty.
Friendlies in Oxford Valley Mall.
Oh,
when
that's so
When
nasty.
Aiden was small, and I had to go take a shit, and I went in there, and there was no toilet paper.
Oh,
so
my-
I used my sock, and I come out, and like as soon as I'm walking down the aisle, Aiden's like, "Where's your sock?" I get, Daddy just shit in there. I couldn't find my sock. Or I couldn't
That
find
is
toilet paper.
so
I used my sock.
disgusting.
Yeah.
That is so disgusting.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy to roll with.
I am.
Totally.
What about what? That is, I can't get
Nice.
over the fact that you fucking shit and wiped your ass with your sock. You're dirty.
I'm not gonna wipe it with my hand or just pull my underpants up.
dirty fuck.
You're not. What are you gonna do in an emergency situation?
I would go home and hold it like a man and shit in my own bathroom.
No, you're in the bathroom. You don't realize there's no toilet paper until you fucking
See, but
shit.
there would never not be toilet paper in my bathroom.
See, after that
No,
story,
I'm at Friendly's
I make
Restaurant.
Sure that
Bullet always
toilet
carries
paper
his
or I
own.
have my sock on me.
I'm
And
in a
you-
restaurant.
You've
It was a
been
useful story.
you've been to my place. My bathroom is fucking immaculate.
Nobody's talking about your bathroom. I was at a Friendly's Restaurant.
Wild Stallion.
I would not
Wild Stallion?
shit at a Friendly's. I would only shit at home. I don't shit in public.
Royal
Really?
Ugly
What are
Dude.
you scared of?
I just don't do it.
You're scared.
Whatever.
He has some sort of weird issue. He can't shit in public.
Just don't do it.
Kevin, you'll shit anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know why? Because you're a man.
Yeah, because he can write himself a prescription.
He's a man.
He can fill his own prescription for whatever fucking weird shit he gets from
No, if
fucking
he-
shit in public.
If he's got a shit, he just takes a shit.
Yeah, I was in Penny's one time.
Won't
right?
do it.
And it just was coming out crazy. Some old guy walked in. He goes, "Somebody ate baby food."
But like, I travel all day. I'm on the road every day, sometimes 150, 200 miles away. Like, I can't just say, okay, I'm going to wait till I get home. That's a long ride.
If you were a man, you
Right.
could hold it.
So
And
I
there's a
have
traffic
certain
jam.
places that I prefer to go to. Like Target has very nice bathrooms.
They do.
I will not go in a Walmart.
Oof.
Walmart's pretty shitty.
No pun intended.
Yeah, I won't go in there. Super Fresh usually keeps them clean. There's certain places that they'll keep it clean.
You jealous? Are you jealous of the luxurious locks?
No,
All right.
the locks really look good. It's the face they're attached to. Fucks them all up.
That's hurtful, dude. I trimmed the beard
I
up
didn't
today.
mean that in a wrong, bad
I
way.
trimmed it up in the beard.
No offense.
To your
Okay.
hair.
The hair looks good.
You know what? This guy over here behind the camera. This guy's got a whole hell of a lot to say. He
does
never,
have a lot
he
to
never
say.
wants to fucking be on camera.
Never wants
Why
to
don't
be
you
on
turn the camera around,
What
Chris?
time is it? Can't do it. We might want to end this show soon. 'Cause we're just rambling on now.
That's all right.
It's only 9:56.
What do we got going on soon? Anything? Nothing?
What? Like a
XCC,
comedy
we got
club?
No.
We have an upcoming XCC card.
We have an
there you go.
XCC June 23rd.
and
I'm going to do an open mic with Nick in the next couple weeks. So I'm going to do that.
I'm gonna go and just heckle you.
You should. You should do it too.
You've never come to any of my gigs.
We talked
You
about
should know
coming to
if
him.
he shows up, you can prepare some material. ahead
Oh
of
yeah,
time and
it's
start
all
calling
it's
him
all
out.
directed at him, so the crowd's just laughing at him.
He hopes you show up.
If you don't show up, I don't have anything. Look at the leg twitching. Is your band playing anywhere anytime soon?
We have a couple gigs lined up, but I don't.
Kevin, would you do an open mic?
No,
Okay,
That's a lot of guts.
it is a lot of guts.
that's a lot of guts. I'm going to do it though.
I do have
I
a
don't have
couple.
enough
I have a
material.
couple open mics that I'm going to be showing up to.
Okay, where at? Mention one.
Just like Dog and Bull and
Please speak up.
Broken.
Yes,
Into the mic.
Use your man voice, please.
Broken Goblet. I'm just going
And
to.
actually, this weekend, St. Patty's. You guys doing anything special?
yes,
What are you doing?
I'm going to be doing some yoga in the morning, and I'm then going.
That's
St.
special?
Patty's Day related
Special.
stuff. Like my wife, she
Nothing.
manages the Green Parrot in Newtown. They have like a 4-day festival that started today. They have a tent outside, all-day bands. Probably holds about 3,000 people. The tent.
Jeez.
It's huge, and it's 3 days long.
Live bands.
So if you're anywhere near Newtown, Pennsylvania, live bands.
How come I wasn't.
I didn't get. I don't get a free ticket either. I'm fucking married to the chick. And but a 4-day event today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All Irish bands all weekend. Secret Service is playing on Sunday.
Well, I got to be honest. Don't really like St. Patty's Day
Well, I don't care. I'm talking about my wife's bar.
because
So we're gonna have
the Scots
a
did everything
4-day
first.
festival at Green Parrot in Newtown. So if you're out in the area and you want to go out and you want to find something good to do, go there.
We wore kilts first. We made whiskey first.
Yeah, I'm trying to do an advertisement
I'm sorry.
for my wife's bar.
Green Parrot in Newtown, Pennsylvania. The food is unbelievable. Which camera am I looking at?
Love the energy.
The
Do it like you mean it. Ready?
right.
Tell him, Hawk.
Whenever I'm in Newtown, Pennsylvania, woo, and all the women are asking me, they're saying, Big Kev, where are you going to be hanging around town? I tell them, Green Parrot. I don't even know what that sounds like, but that's what my parrot sounds like. I go to the Green Parrot because I want to get myself some delicious food and some refreshing beverages. Green Parrot.
And on that note, we're out.
You want to hold the belt?
No,
You can hold it. It's heavy. It's
No, let Kevin hold it.